buckle up, everyone, because this week in AI and robotics was just absolutely crazy.
I know, right? It felt like every day there was some new headline about like the future getting here way sooner than we thought.
Seriously, like we had AI learning to walk, write code, even making art that could fool like actual art critics.
Yeah, the pace of development is, it's honestly a little bit intimidating, even for someone like me who's been following this stuff for years.
It's definitely a lot to keep up with. That's why we've got 12.
12.
Yeah, 12 major announcements to unpack in this deep dive.
Wow, that is a lot.
It is. But we're going to help you sort through all the hype and figure out what these breakthroughs really mean for, all of us.
Right, because it's not just about the wow factor. It's about understanding what these technologies could do to, like, completely change our world.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in. One of the biggest bombshells this week came from Anthropic.
The company behind Claude.
Yeah, Claude. They just released some major upgrades, and the one that has everyone buzzing is Claude's ability to actually use a computer. Oh, wow, I saw that. And I'm not just talking about coding. I mean, like, actually clicking, typing, navigating like a person.
Exactly.
Like a human being.
It's a huge step forward for AI.
It really is.
Because up until now, AI has been mostly stuck in the digital world.
Yeah.
Processing data, generating text.
Right.
But now with this, we're seeing AI start to bridge that gap between digital and physical. Like, it's actually interacting with our world in a much more tangible way.
It's wild. And think about what this means for businesses. Imagine having a digital workforce that can handle those boring, repetitive tasks that everyone hates.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Freeing up human employees to do, the more creative and strategic work.
Exactly. And some companies are already testing this out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Asana and Canva are using Claude to see how it can make their workflows more efficient.
That makes sense.
And this brings up the whole concept of general intelligence.
Right. The idea that an AI could do tons of different tasks.
Yeah, like learn and adapt to new situations. Basically function like, a human brain.
And Claude using a computer. That's a big step towards that.
Huge. It could completely revolutionize, tons of industries.
No doubt. It's not just automating a few things here and there. It's about changing how we work entirely.
Completely. And Anthropic didn't stop there. They also gave their other AI model, Sonnet and Haiku, some pretty big upgrades, too.
Oh, yeah? I heard about that.
Sonnet 3.5 is even better at coding now. And Haiku 3.5 is both faster and cheaper, which could open up AI development to a lot more people.
That's a great point. Because as these tools get easier to use, we're going to see a lot more innovation, probably from people in places we wouldn't expect.
Definitely. Now, I know all this talk about AI programmers might have some people out there feeling a little nervous, like, oh, great, robots are going to take our jobs.
Right, the classic fear.
Exactly. But don't worry, because the creative side of AI is booming too.
Absolutely. We're seeing AI do way more than just copy what humans do. It's starting to, replicate the actual creativity and artistry behind it.
For example, Genmo, this company that does AI video generation, just launched Mochi 1.
Mochi 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is a big deal because it's open source, so anyone can use it and, tinker with it.
Wow.
And get this, it can create video quality that's just as good as the big names, but it's free.
Really? That's incredible. The fact that these tools are becoming so accessible to anyone, it's really democratizing the whole field of AI, isn't it?
Absolutely. Think about it. Anyone with a computer and internet can now make stunning videos. It's a game changer for independent creators, small businesses.
Yeah, you could have a whole new wave of creative expression, people from all walks of life bringing their unique visions to life. It's pretty amazing.
And speaking of bringing visions to life, Runway just unveiled Act 1. This thing can turn a single video into a full character animation.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So, you could take your doodles and make them dance.
Exactly. And we're not talking about those clunky robotic movements we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
This can capture subtle expressions, nuances, make it look incredibly lifelike.
Wow. It's amazing how far we've come with AI animation, from those, kind of creepy, uncanny valley things to something that actually looks and moves naturally.
And it's like AI is learning to understand not just, how we move, but the emotions behind it.
Yeah, the feeling, the intention, it's remarkable.
It really is. And for those of you already making videos, Harper 2.0 is out now, making it even easier to create those, super sharp, viral-worthy videos we all dream of.
Uh-huh, right.
Maybe I'll finally get that TikTok career going.
You never know. But what's really cool is that AI is becoming more than just a practical tool. It's becoming a powerful way for people to express themselves, allowing us to create and share things in ways we never thought possible.
It's like we've got a whole new set of paintbrushes to play with.
I like that analogy.
Mm.
And the possibilities are endless.
Truly. But while all this is happening, the big guys, Microsoft and Google, they're not just sitting back and watching.
Oh, of course not. The competition is heating up.
Big time. And it's driving some really amazing advancements. So Microsoft has been busy making their Copilot platform even better.
Copilot,
Yeah.
right? The one that helps people build their own AI agents.
Exactly. Think of them like little digital assistants
Okay.
that can automate tasks, manage your schedule, basically make your life easier.
That's interesting. It makes you think about, how technology is becoming more and more integrated into our lives. Like, what will our relationship with AI look like in the future?
It's a good question. It's like having a team of super efficient interns who never sleep and are always ready to work.
Uh-huh. I like that.
And then there's Google, always thinking ahead. They just announced
Synthid, yeah. It's a way to watermark AI-generated content, right?
Yep. And that could be huge when it comes to dealing with things like deepfakes and misinformation.
Definitely. Because as AI gets better at making realistic stuff, it gets harder and harder to know what's real and what's fake.
Exactly. Synthid is trying to, create a way to verify AI-generated content, which is really important if we want to trust anything we see online.
Absolutely. It's like trying to stay ahead of the game in a world that's constantly changing and evolving. Which, speaking of, we can't forget about Apple.
Right. Apple, always fashionably late to the party.
But they always make a splash when they arrive.
They do. And this time, they're adding ChatGPT to Siri and other tools.
Interesting. Apple might be late, but they have a huge user base. So this could actually make AI way more mainstream.
No doubt. And Apple, they have a knack for taking complex tech and making it feel simple and easy to use. It'll be interesting to see how they do that with AI.
Agreed. But hold on, because we saved the most mind-blowing announcement for last.
Sure,
This
right.
one's a little different. We've been talking about software, but this is about hardware.
You mean Engine AI's new robot, the SE01?
Yeah, it's the one. The one that walks like, well, us.
Yeah. I saw the video online, and it's kind of freaky how realistic it is.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing, but also maybe a little bit creepy.
Yeah, I'm all for the future and everything, but seeing a robot move that naturally, it's, I don't know, unsettling.
Definitely a big jump in robotics, though. For years, we've had robots that can do incredible things, but
Yeah.
they always moved, like robots.
Yeah, all stiff and jerky.
Exactly. But SEO1 moves so smoothly. It's really remarkable.
And I read that it's not just about how it looks. It's actually more efficient than older robots.
Oh, yeah?
It can walk faster, handle rougher terrain, and it uses less energy while doing it.
So it's not just mimicking, it's actually improving on us.
Kinda, yeah. And the way they did it is really interesting.
How they do it.
They combined, the newest neural networks with some more traditional robotics techniques.
So not just pre-programmed movements, then?
No, this thing is actually learning and adapting as it goes, just like a person would.
Wow. So it's not just moving like a human, it's learning how to move like a human.
That's what's so crazy about it. But, what does it all mean? If AI can code, make art, and now even walk like us, where does that leave, us?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? What happens to work, to creativity, even to what it means to be human?
Exactly. I mean, some people are scared, right? Think robots are going to take over.
That's a common fear.
But I like to be optimistic. What if instead of replacing us, these technologies make us better? Free us up from boring jobs to do, things we actually enjoy.
Right. What if it allows us to focus on creativity, on connecting with each other, on things that truly matter?
Exactly. And who knows, maybe instead of being afraid of AI, we'll end up working with it, collaborating to solve, the world's biggest problems.
Partnering with a new form of intelligence? It's a powerful thought.
Okay, so we've talked about the tools, the companies, the ethics, but I feel like there's one more thing we need to discuss.
Yeah, and that goes back to that idea of AI not just being a tool, but like a partner.
Right. As AI gets smarter, it might start doing things we didn't program it to do, like coming up with its own ideas.
Exactly. We're already seeing it with, AI writing poems, composing music, even coming up with scientific theories.
So it's not just us teaching AI, but AI teaching us new things.
That's the really exciting part. It could change how we think, how we create, all kinds of things.
I mean, that's kind of mind-blowing to think we might be on the edge of a whole new kind of relationship with something we built, but that can also, surprise us.
It's a big shift, for sure. We have to be open to the unknown, to accept that intelligence might not just be a human thing anymore.
I think that's the biggest takeaway from this whole deep dive. It's not just about the tech itself, but about how our relationship with technology, with intelligence, even with what it means to be human, is changing.
And it's changing so fast, we need to be part of shaping that change,
Well,
making sure it goes in a direction that benefits everyone.
absolutely, because the future isn't set in stone. AI is like a powerful new tool, and it's up to us to decide how we use it. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. It's been a wild ride through the world of AI and robotics. But more than that, I think it's made us all think about what this technology means for us, for our future.
For what it means to be human in a world where, well, the definition of human might be changing.
So keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep pushing the limits of what's possible. Until next time, keep diving deep.